How attempted best? By force of subtlety. Though heaven be shut, and heaven's high arbitrator sit, secure in his own strength, this place may lie exposed, the utmost border of his kingdom left to those who defend it. Here, perhaps, some advantageous act may be achieved by sudden onset, either through hellfire to waste his whole creation, or to possess all as our own, and drive, as we were driven, the puny inhabitants. Or if not drive, seduce them to our party, that their God may prove their foe, and with repenting hand abolish his own works.
O progeny of heaven, imperial thrones, with reason hath deep demure and silence seized us, though undismayed. Long is the way and hard that out of hell leads up to light. Our prison strong, this huge convex of fire, outrageous to devour, mures us round ninefold, and burning gates of adamant, barred over us, prohibit all egress. These passed, if any pass, the void profound of unessential night receives him next, wide gaping, and with utter loss of being threatens him plunged in that abortive gulf. If thence he scape into whatever world or unknown region, what remains him less than unknown dangers and as hard escape? But I should ill become this throne, O peers, and this imperial sovereignty, adorned with splendor, armed with power, if aught proposed and judged of public moment in the shape of difficulty or danger could deter me from attempting. Wherefore do I assume these royalties, and not refuse to reign, refusing to assume as great a share of hazard as of honor, as due alike to him who reigns, and so much to him due of hazard more, as he above the rest high honored heaven sits. Go, therefore, mighty powers, terror of heaven, though fallen, intend at home, while here we shall make our home. What best may ease the present misery, and render hell more tolerable, if there be cure or charm to respite, or deceive or slack the pain of this ill mansion. Intermit no watch against a wakeful foe, while I abroad through all the coasts of dark destruction seek deliverance for us all. Whence and what art thou, execrable strength, that darest, though grim and terrible, athwart my way to yonder gates? Through them I mean to pass. Be assured, without leave asked of thee. Retire, or taste thy folly, and learn by proof, hell-born, not to contend with spirits of heaven.
Art thou that traitor angel? Art thou he who first broke peace in heaven and faith, till then unbroken, and in proud rebellious arms drew after him the third part of heaven's sons, conjured against the highest, for which both thou and they, outcast from God, are here condemned to waste eternal days in woe and pain. And reckon'st thou thyself with spirits of heaven, hell doomed, and breathes defiance here and scorn where I reign king, and to enrage thee more, thy king and lord. Back to thy punishment, false fugitive, and to thy speed add wings, lest with the whip of scorpions I pursue thy lingering, or with one stroke of this dart, strange horror seize thee, and pangs unfelt before!
Father! What intends thy hand against thy only son? Grim death, my son and foe. What possesses thee to bend that mortal dart against thy father's head? And know'st for whom? For he who sits above and laughs the while at thee, ordained his drudge to execute his wrath, which he calls justice bids. His wrath, which will one day destroy you both.
So strange thy outcry. My words, so strange thou interpossessed, that my sudden hand prevented. Spares to tell thee yet by deeds what it intends. Till first I know of thee, what thing thou art, and why thus double formed in this infernal veil first met. Thou call'st me father, and that phantasm call'st my son. I know thee not, nor ever saw till now sight more detestable than him and thee.
Hast thou forgotten me then? And do I seem in thine eyes so foul, once deemed so fair? In heaven, when at the assembly, in sight of all the seraphim, with thee combined in bold conspiracy against heaven's king, all on a sudden and miserable pain, surprised thee, dim thine eyes and dizzy swum in darkness, while thy head flamed thick and fast, threw forth, till on the left side opening wide, likest to thee in shape and countenance bright, then shining heavenly fair, a goddess armed. Out of thy head I sprung. Amazement seized all the host of heaven. Back they recoiled, afraid at first, and called me sin.
Dear daughter, since thou claimst me for thy sire, and here my fair son show'st me the dear pledge of dalliance had with thee in heaven, and joys then sweet, now sad to mention, through dire change befallen us, unforeseen, unthought of, no, I come, no enemy, but to set free from out this dark and dismal house of shame both him and thee, and all the heavenly host that armed with just pretenses fell with us from on high. From them I go, this uncouth errand soul, and one for all expose myself with lonely step to tread the wandering deep, and through the void immense to search with quest of a place foretold should be, and by concurring signs ere now created vast and round, a place of bliss in the purloins of heaven, and therein place a race of upstart creatures to supply perhaps our more vacant room, though more removed, lest heaven, surcharged with potent multitude, might hap to move new broils. Be this, or aught more than this, now designed, I haste to know, and this once known, shall soon return, to bring ye to the place where thou and death shall dwell at ease, and up and down unseen wing silently the buxom air, embalmed with odors. There ye shall be fed and filled immeasurably. All things shall be your prey.
Ego sum alpha et omega, vita, via, veritas, primus et novissimus. I am gracious and great, God without beginning. I am maker unmade. All might is in me. I am life and way into wealth winning. I am foremost and first. As I bid, it shall it be. I am maker unmade, and I shall be endless. And naught is but I.